There was a glass container that you turned upside down, and it went down somewhere and came back up somewhere. And somehow or another, it was volatile enough, and if you lit the flame, you could turn a knob and turn the flame up and down.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And it burned. I mean, it was a very blue flame.
Blue.
I think you're right. I think he is 97.
Yeah.
What?
The only kind of stove I've ever seen besides electric is wood burning.
Yeah. I've seen the kerosene stove. My Aunt Catherine had one. And but she only had 2 burners. And there was a knob that you turned.
Yeah.
And the kerosene went in the side, and then it followed some kind of tubing or something and
Yeah.
came up.
And then it came up in a ring.
Yeah. Yeah. And she had those blue matches. Remember, they were about that long, and you struck it. And
Yeah.
it would,
Yeah, you had long matches.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could regulate that heat.
Yeah, you could regulate it.
Yeah.
It was not bad, actually. I mean, I used to get the coal oil all over myself because I had the job of filling that thing on the end.
Yeah.
But if you got over the fact that you were going to splash a little bit on yourself, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Didn't smell bad particularly.
Yeah. So you had in-house facilities in those days?
Now wait a minute, we were not that primitive.
Okay.
I had an aunt that had outhouse
Outhouse
facilities.
facilities?
And I used to go out and work a couple of weeks in the summertime to help them with their crops and this sort of
Where
thing.
was that?
Aunt Carolee. Well, I was younger before.
Where?
Where?
West Tennessee?
What?
West Tennessee?
No, East
West.
Tennessee.
East Tennessee. Her name was Carol Lee.
Carolee, Aunt Carolee, my
Carolee.
grandmother's sister.
Ah. Did your dad have a car?
He did as of 1939.
39. All
Yeah.
the way to 39 before he bought a car.
Well, he didn't have any money.
Yeah.
I mean, he was feeding a family of 4 or 5,
Okay.
and it's beginning engineer salary, so
Yeah.
life was a little tight. Yeah, money was a little tight.
What kind of car did he buy?
Ford, a
Yeah.
used Ford.
Had ignition or had the...
Oh no, not that old. No, although my uncle Fred had a T model
Did he?
and the rumble seat.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did he really?
He was
Of all your relatives.
Uncle
he
Fred was a big man around town. He was the idol of the town, the tailback on the football team, the star on the baseball team, everybody's favorite guy.
I liked Uncle Fred.
Wow.
Yeah, I like Fred.
He was a celebrity, huh?
He was a little town of 10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big fish, little pond.
Yeah.
But Fred had it good there.
He had a great sense of humor. He was a funny guy.
Well, so was my grandfather. My dad was the exception to the rule.
You mean in terms of humor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what he was, but funny he wasn't.
Yeah. What about your school experience? Did you have any friends who showed their affection for you by smacking you in the mouth?
Oh, I had bullies, if that's what you
Bullies?
mean. Yeah. Well, there were bullies. There were plenty of bullies around, yeah.
What was their name?
Well, Johnny Lusk was one of them.
Johnny. We'll go after him.
Pardon me?
Was he younger or older than you?
1 year older.
Ah.
And he could beat me up, and his dog could beat my dog up.
Really?
So we were both, myself and my dog Flip were both one down.
Your dog's name is what?
Flip.
Flip. Oh, okay. What kind of dog was he?
You called him a rat terrier, but I think he was a white dog, and he was a mongrel. But they called him a rat terrier.
Okay. Did you ever get even with Johnny?
No, Johnny. Thank God he moved away when I was in the 6th grade.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tell them about your cat. The
Mammy,
no, the other one, the one that was
Flash Gordon, or
Flash Gordon,
Lone
or-
Ranger.
Flash Gordon?
Lone Ranger. Well, I don't know which one it was.
You knew Flash Gordon?
Well, I had Flash Gordon for the first cat. Flash Gordon ran away.
Oh, this is a cat.
This was a cat. Well, they let me name it, so I was
Yeah,
I was
sure.
in the Flash Gordon. Group.
Yeah.
The other one I named the Lone Ranger, and the Lone Ranger turned out, I had the sex wrong. The Lone Ranger turned out to be a female, and they had something like 40 kittens before it was through. So we called her Mammy as a,
You called her Mammy?
yeah, the Lone Ranger became Mammy.
Yeah. Did they have litters of kittens or no?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She had big litters, 6, no less than 6 cats.
Oh boy, what did you do with those kittens?
Huh?
What did you do with those kittens? Or your dad?
My dad.
Dad took care of the kittens?
The kittens disappeared.
They disappeared. Okay.
No more.
In those days, that was common.
Dear, no cat talk. No cat talk.
Yeah.
They all went to heaven, and
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. So, what about your teachers, your school teachers? Who's your favorite school teacher?
well, I guess the one I can remember best was my friend's father, who was principal of the grammar school, Mr. Bell.
Mr. Bell. And he was one of your teachers?
No, he was just a principal.
Oh,
But
principal.
but
Why did you like
knew,
him?
I knew his son. I was a good friend of his son,
Oh,
and so I knew him pretty well.
Is that
And,
Jerry?
Huh?
Is that
Jerry
Jerry?
Bell, yeah.
Jerry Bell. Okay.
Jerry Bell ended up being the director of corrections or something like that in the state of Texas.
Oh, I
where
see.
he had all the parolees under his supervision in Texas.
Okay.
Big man.
Okay. Now for the forbidden things.
What was forbidden?
No, I said now for the forbidden things. Who was your first girlfriend? You're safe. It's okay.
Well, the first one I ever had the courage to ask for a date.
You mean it took you that long to answer? You're trying to figure out which one to talk about?
Well, I was late in starting dating.
Yeah, okay. And how old were you then?
I think I was 15,
15.
16 maybe.
Okay. What'd you say her name was?
Oh, Sarah Spar.
Sarah Spar. Did you take her to a dance or anything like that?
Or something like that. Yeah, a dance. I'm sure it was a dance.
Sock hop or the prom or?
They didn't have sock hops in those days.
Oh, they didn't. Okay.
But it was a prom of some sort.
Wow.
And I think did it more because I wanted to be with my friends who all had dates.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I did it not out of any great desire to date.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be part of the group that was dating. So
Okay.
I think
What it-
that was the first girlfriend I ever dated anyway.
The first one. So there's more.
Tell about the one that
What?
her father sent her to Europe to get away from you or something like that.
Oh, this sounds really good.
Well, when I was a senior in high school,
Okay.
by today's standards, it was entirely innocent.
Sure.
But in those days, it was fairly serious
Uh-huh.
by the standards of the day. Her name was Kaki Dowdy.
Khaki?
as in Catherine, I
As,
guess.
oh, okay.
Corrupted Catherine.
Fairly serious.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, when you say fairly serious in that day,
I mean,
does that mean you were going steady or something like that? Or
pretty close to that.
pretty close to that?
Yeah.
Did she wear your jacket?
I didn't have a jacket to wear.
Oh, okay. And she wasn't pinned. She didn't carry your class ring.
No.
Okay. So what happened to her?
She's still there, I think.
She's still there?
Nothing, I don't think.
Okay. So then you went off to college.
Yeah. Then I became what? Took a vow of chastity, obedience, and
Celibacy?
poverty.
Really?
And
Oh, and poverty too, huh?
poverty too, and became a slave to the books. So I didn't date much.
Yeah. Okay. Then how did you meet your wife?
Well, what about the one you went
Pardon?
to Connecticut with?
Well, that was a one-time date with a friend, a blind date. And, well, okay, yeah, I did date, but nothing
Yeah.
of any consequence.
Okay. Well, what about the one you spent the last 50
Well,
some years?
I had a blind date.
She's the blind date?
She was a blind date.
Wow.
Shows you how much trouble you can get into on a blind date.
Wow. How long did you know her before you married her?
About 6 months.
6 months.
A little less than 6 months.
Oh, like 4?
No, like 6, but
Okay.
July 14th, July 4th, July 4th to December 29th. Just about 6 months.
Yeah, almost 6 months. How did you ask her to marry you?
I think I asked her, and I just said, what did I say? Will you marry me or something?
I don't remember.
Where did you ask her to marry you?
In her apartment.
Okay.
On a sofa?
No, we were standing at the doorway.
What?
We were standing at the doorway.
Oh, okay.
You were standing at the doorway.
Did I really? Did I do that really? I thought, yeah, I remember in your apartment, but I don't remember exactly here or where.
Okay. What's the most outstanding thing you remember about the wedding?
Being somewhat like terrified. But,
I
I mean,
pretty-
who are those people back there anyway? I don't know. I barely know them.
Neither did I.
But my family was there,
Oh, your family and her family.
and
And some friends.
what am I supposed to say?
Nothing.
Well, I can remember one thing. I was supposed to repeat something. Repeat after the preacher or something.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, let's make sure the guy in the back row hears me.
Okay.
So I took my speaker's voice and made sure that everybody in the church heard me. And then they asked her, and she's very whispering. And I thought, my God, maybe I should have whispered or something, But nobody told me I had to be quiet.
Yeah. So you wanted everybody to know this is the woman you loved and you were going to marry.
Well, I was in my public speaking mode,
Okay.
You're supposed to be heard, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what the preacher says. Repeat after me.
Repeat after me. Well,
Hi, Bob.
I wanted the guy in the back row to hear or something.
Yeah. Good for you. Sounds like you were kind of staking out your territory, is what it sounds like.